Hey, what's up, gang? It's Legendary Excellence. It is time for some gratitude. Today is, I have no idea what day. It's going to be August 16th, 2025. It's Saturday. I remember that because I had a bunch of grant proposals due on the 15th, which was yesterday. I'm grateful for this week. It has been an incredibly busy and productive week. When I think about it, I can't believe how much I got done. I was in training, I had a board meeting, I had lots of really good things going on. It was a nice week. The part that I really enjoy about the union is the fellowship. It's my brothers and sisters that are in the union. It's being able to be a part of that system, be a part of that dynamic, and to have the honor of being able to learn from such good instructors. I was in a shaft alignment class. We did some metal fabrication and just had a good opportunity for fellowship. Really great people within my union, and it makes my life so much better having those friendships, having those dynamics in my life where I can be able to go and to be a part of it, to be able to be a member of that community and to be able to help us to grow and develop as both a union and as a country. Today is Saturday, and so we've got SotaSoDak running on, and I've got 4 young people with us, another instructor, and we're having a lot of fun. We've got a good group and we've got good challenges. We have this bench that we're building for the city of Gary, South Dakota. We also have a bench for Darren Engesser. Last weekend we went to go visit with him for a little, 2 weekends ago, got to go visit with him for a little bit. He races Midwest Modified, has an amazing process, has an amazing mindset. He's a truly excellent man. And it's an honor to be able to see and to be able to learn from that, to be able to understand what his thought process is, how he gets so focused on racing, and how that creates a life that's really worth living, which is something that's really important for all of us, really. But it's nice to be around people that really live excellence. That living excellence is something that builds all of us. I was on the phone with a friend of mine earlier today, and she's dealing with a sick relative, and it's challenging. You know, it's a big life change, and there's all of these different elements about what's going on that are a challenge with what she's working on, and it's fun to be able to stand there and to be a support, to be a member of a community with other people that are very strong, that are doing great things. Because I always remember in Proverbs, it talks about how iron sharpens iron, and I'm just so blessed to have great men and women in my community that inspire me, give me that opportunity to be able to reach for more excellence, to think about how can I be of more service, how can I be able to learn from this person, and to be able to add some nuance and add some ideas with what we're doing. For gratitude this week, man, I had a phenomenal art day. That was something that I'm very grateful for. I'd intended to shoot a video there. I was at Raspberry Island down in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I just got really into the art. It was fun. There was a number of groups around me, and it's fun to be able to play off of the energy of other groups. There was a group of young ladies that were celebrating a 21st birthday, and they were very much in that like woo stage where they're all excited, and there's so much joy in what they do. And it was fun because I got to help them take photos, and I gave them some dinosaurs. I have some dinosaur toys that I carry with me because I like to make art, and it's one of those fun things. I also had a group of kids come up that were kids that lived in that city, and they were just really fun people to be around. It was an honor to get to share time and space, and they made some art, and we just had good conversation. You know, the conversation doesn't always mean that it's easy. It doesn't always mean that life's perfect or it's where we want to be or not where we want to be. But man, it's just an honor to be in that space with these folks where we can be able to hold and to be able to be relatives to each other. I keep reading about being a good relative as a life goal, and I like that. I like the experience that creates. I like the ideas that creates and how that gives us the capability to grow and become stronger in all that we do. Thinking about growing and becoming stronger, SotaSoDak's running very well. I had submitted a grant application to an organization for 2 ideas that I have that would be related to increasing civic virtue within our society. The fun that this creates in my life is so interesting because it's like you have this deadline and you have time ahead of it in your work. The lawyers weren't able to approve everything, and so there were a couple organizations that I actually couldn't get approval from. So in the last 2 hours of working on my grant application, I'm scrambling to be able to rewrite the grant with the original intent, because I have other organizations that I have approval from with the original intent, and to be able to carry that forward, not having the full group of ideas that I wanted to have for the grant. And it was a bummer. I mean, I'm not going to lie, that's one of those things that's disappointing in life. And I did feel a little bit of angst and a little bit of frustration at a couple points in the process, and I know that everybody involved has been working from their best intent. So I ended up having to take a couple minutes where I went and I sat down and I wrote down some of the prayers. I wrote down Psalm 23. I wrote down a couple of the other prayers that I used. And it really helped me reconnect with the base fundamental fact that God loves me and God has a plan for everything that I'm doing. And so when I get frustrated by these things, I always remember that it's God's plan. There was a reason why this avenue was closed off and there's another avenue that's open. And to be honest, I think for managing this process, I think the way I've written it is one, more likely to succeed with this organization, and two, much more manageable, because instead of being a year-round project, it's something where it'll be more episodic and more sort of seminar based over a long term. So I'm excited about it. I think that we have a good chance with it. I'm confident in the ability to execute on it. So it's a nice opportunity there. Last night we had a lot of rain. I got woken up at 4 a.m. and then kept trying to go back to sleep, and then kept waking up by the thunder and the rain, and ended up having a very early morning. I did doze a little bit, but it definitely wasn't the 8 hours of sleep that I was hoping. This weekend is an insane travel weekend. I have really cool things that I'm going to go do. I'm going to join the Crow Creek tribe for their powwow on Sunday, and also be out there with Diamond Willow Ministries, which I think is one of the coolest ministries I've seen, that does a really great job of being able to be integrated into the community as opposed to being something that's separate. And that's a goal for much of what I'm working on, is to be able to have that integration and to have that capability to be, I think a lot of times people will spread an idea and they think about it as like, oh, this idea and everything with my culture is the best. And in this case, what I've seen is that they really work hard to be able to blend and to be able to build and to keep the sovereignty and excellence of different cultures, and then to be able to blend in these really critical ideas. And for the work I'm going to be doing out there, it's very much about being able to blend in this idea of construction work as being a career option, a worthwhile career option. Because I noticed I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to go into become a mechanic somehow, and I was told I needed to go to college, and I went to college, and there were benefits to that, but I think for my development, I think I would have been a lot better off being in a more hands-on, tangible environment. And I'm hoping to be able to carry that forward to more people. It is fun having friends. I've got friends that are here right now that it's cool to be able to see them every week and to get updates and see what life's like. It's fun being in St. Paul and being able to see my friends in St. Paul. It's such an honor. I had dinner with friends this week, and it's so cool to be able to be at their house and to be able to be part of their groups and communities, and just the fun of being able to do that. I really love, in my life, I don't have romantic attachment. I don't have any of that sort of thing, but I have these friendships that are very strong. And that's something that makes a huge difference in my life, is that you can be able to choose and create your chosen family, and that can look a lot of different ways. But it was fun to be at my friends Charlie and Ann's house and having steak and having fellowship and getting to meet their friends and have good conversations. It was just very fun and very interesting. I'm excited about this week. Very focused on prayer. I'm very focused on what I can do to be able to be excellent and to truly be able to grow in all that I do in my life. I hope that you live with legendary excellence. God bless you. We will talk again probably tomorrow, but I can't guarantee it.